Hi, David Hemingway here. First video of many, hopefully, planned for 2014. I hope you had a great new year. This is always a great time of year to realign goals and your visions for not only the upcoming year, but also the near future. And so I wanted to challenge you today with something I was recently challenged by, and that is to begin writing things down. Now, I know that sounds simple and probably overly simplistic, but follow with me here for just a moment. I was sitting by a lady on an airplane and she asked me, she happened to be a life coach, and she asked me, Dave, what is your dream life? What does it look like? What does it sound like? And I began to explain to her, not something I think about often, quite frankly, but I began to explain to her what I thought my dream life would look like. She stopped me about halfway through and said, stop there. I want you to write this down. And so I was like, okay. And I began to write down exactly, verbatim, in detail, what the perfect life would look like for me. And I was shocked by a few things related to my work habits that I wrote down. A couple of those were, I found that in the perfect life, I was much more disciplined, not lazy and trying to shortcut things. I woke up earlier. I didn't long to sleep in. I was much more efficient, not wasteful of time. And it was strange because I would have thought that I always wanted the opposite of that. I wanted to sleep in. I wanted to be lazy. I wanted to just have all this free time. But that's not really, if I didn't work, I guess maybe that would be the case. But assuming that you still have to work, jot down what your perfect life would look like. And then the second part of that had me really surprised is, well, okay, what is keeping me from being more disciplined, waking up earlier, being more efficient with my time, applying myself and trying to be the absolute best right now? Now, I know those things would be required of me if I had the perfect job and the high-profile position that I wanted. But that aside, what's stopping me from doing that right now with the job I currently have? And the answer is nothing. And so I'm speaking to you today very challenged. And I want to challenge you with the same thing, is write down what your dreams are, what your goals are, verbatim, what the perfect life would look like for you. There's power in writing it down. It's almost like magic. My dad told me a couple years ago, when he started writing down his goals, he said, Dave, it works almost like magic when you look back. And I was looking at my five-year goals that I wrote about 5 years ago, and it was amazing to me how many of those that seemed like maybe long shots at the time, but that I've met, and it worked almost like magic. It's amazing. So my question is, do you believe in magic? I know I do. And second thing is, start writing stuff down. If you have ideas, if you have dreams, if you have a vision, write it down. There's power in it, and it does work like magic. Hey, I hope this is helpful to you. I hope you have a strong 2014. Give yourself a mental picture of what you want your life to be like. That way you can gauge success and know that you're on the right path. Thanks for listening.